That's tomorrow. And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video. Okay.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to episode 1 of our weekly game jam. Yes, that is what we're doing. We're building a game. A good friend, 6-Bit Glitch from Tourist Station, part of Reality Boffins, started doing this where he'd basically prototyping a game a week. And I thought, shit, that's a good idea to, not just learn coding, but also to, actually make cool shit. So that is the plan for what we are going to do here today. Now, to speak of the game we are prototyping itself, we're going to be doing this in Python for ease, so to speak. And if you're a Wax user, we do have a Craft running, or will in a second. And if you get in, it'll give you some concept art from Cheezer. But yeah, we're coding this in Python because easy. And the plan would be to build in Godot. And Godot's native language is very, very similar to Python. So that is the logic there. Now, from a game loop perspective, the core logic, and I'm just downloading a file here, of Rogue Cheezer is that Rogue the dog is running through the streets of a random city because Rogue the dog loves cheese. And Rogue the dog has escaped from the house and is attempting to gather as much cheese as possible. Now, we're using AI graphics, sprites, and whatnot. This is the real Rogue for the time being because it's just a prototype. So, not Midjourney, premium, what do you call it? ChatGPT gave us these sprites of a dog running, which we're going to implement later. But at this point in time, our game is going to look nothing like a dog running after a truck. picking up cheese. In fact, at this point in time, and again, we're prototyping here, our game looks a little bit more like this. But believe it or not, to a very significant extent, dead. There's a lot to work on, as you can see. But these are the bones of the game. The blue dot is a dog, or will be. The red dot are obstacles. And right now I've only enabled the jump command. I'm planning on adding a slide command too. And I'm planning on later adjusting the gravity and the graphics, obviously. But essentially, you need to jump over the obstacles, which I'm having quite a bit of trouble doing. And you need to pick up the cheese, which is not yet in the game, but that doesn't really matter at this point. But we're going to basically go through the 8 iterations of code. Fuck me. The 8 iterations of code that it took to get here. And over the course of the week, and this is due on Saturday, I guess, we are going to get to the point where we have to have a semi-playable game. So let's get into it. And we're going to start coding the initialization part of the game. So let's call this Rogue Cheezer 0.1. We're setting up Pygame and creating create the main game window. And again, these 3 things are for the purposes of annotation. We're using a module called Pygame, so we're going to import that. And then to initialize Pygame, and again, when we use the hash mark, it's to annotate. So we're just going to do pygame.init brackets. Boom. And let's set up the main game window. Let's do 800 by 600 to start. So width, height, it's going to be equal 800 by 600. Win equals pygame dot display set mode with by height. Close those up. And then pygame dot display dot set caption. This is basically us telling Pygame what it's called. It's called Rogue Cheezer. And since Rogue doesn't like real cheese, we're spelling it with a Z. And this basically just created our game window. Now we'll also just add the main game loop. So running is going to be equal to true while running. For event in Pygame, no. Yes. We're using a module. We'll just do get to retrieve, and we need to indent that. We need to put that on 2 different lines. What am I talking about? We need to indent here, not indent here. Pendant. So if the event type is going to be equal to pygame quit, running will no longer happen, and we will quit the game. Rogue, stop puking back there. Now let's just update the display. So pygame.display.update, and basically let's set it so that quit pygame when game loop ends. Pygame.quit. Simple as that. So this should set up the main game window. Let's get that over here into the compiler. And let's run it and see what we get. Yes, we have a game window, and it says Rogue Cheezer at the top. So we are in business. Now, from this baseline, we need to move forward. And basically, I want to make it look like, I just kind of want to set up the baseline graphical interface, so to speak. So we already set up the game window. So let's create the class for the dog. So we're basically going to create the dog object. Add dog class. So class dog. We're going to define init self. Then self, we're going to use a shape from the Pygame library. So it's going to be the Pygame rectangle. We'll use a rectangle for the doggo. Height of 50. And we'll set its position here. Then we're going to draw it. So define draw self window pygame.draw.ellipse window 0, 0, 0, 255 self dot shape. And this is us actually drawing the dog as a rectangle of sorts. So let's just create the object now. So dog equals dog. We're basically we're associating this drawing of the dog with the dog element. So we're creating a dog object here. So we've already got our main game loop running. But as you saw last time, we didn't really have anything on the display. We just had Rogue Cheezer in the top left. So while we keep our main game loop, we want to actually get the display going. So let's initiate display. So let's do running equals running equals true while running for event in pygame.event.get, which we referenced above. Wait, what am I doing? I'm running the fucking game loop again. Sorry, guys. I'm rewriting code. All right. We just need to actually design the main window. So we're just going to make a basic white window to start. So we're filling the screen with white. So we're going to draw the dog. And we're going to set the display to update. Now let's run this. Oops, this is 0.2. All right. Copy into the IDE. Let's let's run this. And now we should have a white, yes, we have a white window and, thought I said rectangle. Well, we'll work with a blue dot. Good enough. But as you can see, we don't have any inputs. We've basically just created the game window, which, as those of you who were here at the beginning might have noticed, is the game window that we had when we started, when we could actually make the blue dot jump up and down as the red obstacles of death were being hurled at us. So we actually have a game window now. Joy to the world. So now that this is done, and again, if you're a wax user, we do have a grubfish running in the background, exclamation mark yacht, and your wax wallet ID. If you want to get in, I'll mint you some rogue Cheezer concept art or something. Well, not or something. That's literally what I will mint you. Yeah, let's move forward to what we're going to add next. Keep this as is. Now let's get into 1.3. So here in 1.3, we are going to add the jump functionality. We're not going to be able to jump yet, but we're going to add the functionality for it. So we're basically going to be modifying the dog class to include the jump. So the initial size and shape of the dog is going to stay the same. And it needs to draw itself still, so that's going to stay the same. But we're going to define the jump function. So jump itself being the dog, is going to be print jump. This is going to be a placeholder for the jump functionality. We already have our dog object here, which we've created, and we have our main game loop. So we've basically just added one line of code. We've added the jump functionality, but it sure as fuck is not going to work. So let's copy this into the IDE. And let's run. So again, we have our blue dot, and look, if we look at the console output now that we've added the jump function, look, it's actually jumping. Oops. We go here, you see, jump, 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 when I'm hitting the up arrow. So we now have a jump functionality printed into it. And it just won't stop, it can't stop, it just wants to jump, 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 jump around. But it's not really associated with anything yet. So we can close this up and move to the fourth iteration of early development here. Oh, fuck. Yeah, stop running, damn it. It will not stop running. Let's see if it'll stop running now that I restarted it. It does not want to. There we go. All right. So what are we going to do next? Well, we need to basically add obstacles and collision detection. Because remember, this is an infinite runner, so the blue dot is gonna stay static, and we're gonna create the illusion of movement by having obstacles move towards it. That's how infinite runners work. So we already have our dog class. So now we are going to create the obstacle class and implement collision detection. So to create the obstacle class, we are going to create class obstacle, define self, and let's pick a shape. So with, we'll make them a bit smaller, random, rand int, height, 100. Nope, that's wrong. So let's set the range. 30, 30. So this is setting a random starting position for them. Now we got to define move. So self.shape on the x-axis is going to be less or equal to 1. So move to the left 1 as a placeholder for speed value. Oh, I should get rid of the brackets. I think it's code. Okay. And we need to draw the obstacles. So define, draw, self and window, game, draw rectangle, window, comma, 255, 0, comma, 0, self shape. And basically this makes it a red rectangle. This is all nice and good, but it doesn't really have a use case yet. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to implement the code that will be used to detect collisions. Before that, though, we do need to create a list to store our obstacles. So they're going to be randomly generated. So obstacles is going to be equal to open brackets. All right. So let's do a few things now. In the main game loop, we're going to get events. Event equals typing quit. Running equals false. Okay. So let's add some other events into the game loop. So elif, which is basically otherwise, event.type equals game.keyUp. Then dog will jump. So basically assigning the up arrow to jumps. I'll be back in one moment, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon me for a second. Let me just get another thing going. All right, we are back. Apologies for that. So let's get back into it. So we've assigned the up arrow to jumps. What else do we need to do? Oh, we need to spawn our obstacles. Yes. So spawn random obstacles. We are going to do if random.randint is 0 to 1,000 less than 1, That means 0.1% chance for an obstacle to spawn. Placeholder value, obviously, because this is going to need to be tested through gameplay, actually. Obstacles dot append obstacle. Now we need to move and draw the obstacles, so move and draw obstacles. So we are going to do win.fill 255 to clear the screen. Then we are going to do dog.draw win to draw the dog. And most importantly, we are implementing collision detection. Check for collision. So this means that if dog.shape collide direct obstacle shape, so if, in other words, if our dog or our blue dot hits our red rectangle, then we're going to print the console anyway. Collision detected. And as a result of that, running will be false. We will turn the game off. And we have our display update, or don't we? Let's see. We've initiated our display. We can get rid of this now. We just need to update it at this point. Because we don't need the white window in and of itself anymore. So let's copy this. Let's run it and see what we get. Oop, that was so fast. I didn't even have time to move it from one screen to the other. Shit, Lamard. Here, let me share my other screen so you can see it. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's just share this screen for a minute. So when I run it, it's detecting collisions, right? And we have the incoming obstacles. It's going to go... It just spawned on the other fucking screen! God damn it. What is happening? This is so stupid. Alright, let's try again. Where's the file? One module. Look at this. Alright, look. In case it was too fast for you, let's look at it again. We have the red obstacles coming towards our blue dot. They're coming fast and hot, and we can jump. Fuck, I didn't even manage to get a jump in. We can jump, or we should be able to. No. We're just getting collided into right away. We're going to fix that in the next iteration. So, let's go. So, what we're going to add here is we're going to start by adding a 5-second delay at the start. So that we don't get killed right away and we can actually see what's happening. So in the main game loop, let's put it right here before that. So start time for delaying obstacles spawn. So start underscore time is going to equal to pygame.time.get underscore ticks. And after that, we need to add the actual delay, which we will add. Where do we add the delay? All right, just in the main game will probably work. Before we spawn the random obstacles, so Check if enough time has passed before spawning obstacles. So we're gonna make it check if Python dot time dot get ticks is less than start time 5,000 milliseconds, 5-second delay. If random rand int 0 to 100 is less than 5. Oh no, we already have this part. We're good on the rest. And let's run it. So now we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll get wrecked. Let's see that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Slow count. Well, we've now initialized our objects. I think this is a good time to leave it for this one, and I will be back in the next stream. Weekly Game Jam 1-002 Rogue Cheezer, to move on so that we can get to the point where we're jumping over these fellas. And later in the week, we will add some graphics. Thank you for watching Prime Yacht Media. That was Kevin, and I'll be back.